video we are going to discuss about factors. So our topic is factors. So before going to the definition, let me tell you there are two ways through which we can define factors with the help of using multiplication and using division. So first of all, I am going to use multiplication. So using multiplication method. So first of all, I am going to use multiplication method when two or more numbers, suppose A and B, are multiplied together to obtain a product C, then A and B are said to be factors of C. So in this definition, I have already told you that when two or more numbers, suppose A and B are multiplied together, when A and B are multiplied together and we obtain a product that is C, then A and B are factors of this number, or factors of C, and C here is the multiple of A and B. But this can't be understood this way. It can be understood with the help of numbers. So what I am going to do, I am going to put numbers instead of A, B and C. So here, suppose here our C is number 8. So we have got number 8. 8 is the multiplicand, or we can say multiple here, and we have to find products of 8, or we have to find factors of 8. So what we are going to do, when we multiply 1 with 8, our answer gets 8. So, and when we multiply 2 with 4, so 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, and again when we multiply 3 with any number, we can't obtain 8, we can't get 8, so we can't write 3 here. Instead of 3, we will go to the next number, that is 4 multiplied by 2, that is 8. But here, when this repetition comes, here 2 multiplied by 4 and again 4 multiplied by 2, there the factors are same, so we have to stop here, not repeating the digits again and again. So in this definition, we have got now 1, 2, 4 and 8. So we can say that 1, 2, 4 and 8 are factors of 8. Now I am going to take some other number as well. Suppose we have got number 12. So in 12, what we will do? We will first multiply 1 with 12, that becomes 12. 2 multiplied by 6, that is 12. 3 multiplied by 4, that is 12. So after this, if I write 4 again, that will be repetition again. So we don't have to repeat any digits again. So here, now 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 6 and 12 are factors of 12. So we can say that here A, B and this is C. So these numbers are factors of 12, A and B, and C 12 here is the multiple here. So this was about multiplication and using multiplication method. Now I am going to use second method, that is division method. Now I am going to use method of division. So using division method, when any number is divided by a number leaving remainder 0, then the divisor and quotient are said to be the factors of that number. So using division method, when any number is divided by another number and the remainder there will be 0, so that divisor with quotient as well are said to be the factors of that number. Suppose I am going to take example here of number 12. So here we have got number 12. So it is a number of which we have to find factors. So here whenever we divide 12 by suppose 2. So 2, 6 are 12 and the remainder is 0 here. So these two numbers, this 2 and this 6, 2 and 6 are said to be factors of 12. Again taking example of 12, here we divide it with 3. So 3, 4 are 12. So here again remainder is 0. This 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are factors of 12 here. Again we can take example of 12 as well. Dividing with 6. So 6, 2 are 12. And remainder is 0. This 6 and this 2 are factors of 12 again. And also if we divide 12 by 12, here 12, 1 are 12 and the remainder is 0. So the factors of 12 are now 12, 1, 6, 2, 3 and 4. So these are factors of 12. But here what we have to do? We have to find that number as quotient which leaves the remainder at last as 0. So this was about division, how division method to find factors of a number. So this was about division method, and what I am going to do now, I am going to erase this now again. Now I am going to show you few more examples so that you can understand this factorization or factors very well. So suppose I have a number. I am taking example of many numbers. Here I am taking example of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. So finding factors of these numbers, what I have to do? I have to do factorization or find factors of these numbers. Suppose here 1, if we multiply 1 with 1, answer will be 1. So here factors of 1 will be 1. Factors of 1 is 1, and here when we multiply 1 with 2, answer is 2. So 1 multiplied by 2. So factors of 2 are now 1 and 2. Same here, factors of 3. 1 multiplied by 3 is equal to 3. So here factors of 3 are now 1 and 3. Now when we move to 4, when we multiply 1 with 4, answer is 4. When we multiply 2 with 2, answer is 4. And this is repetition, so after that we don't have to do anything else. So 1, 2 and 4 are factors of 4. And moving to 6 now, 1 multiplied by 6 is 6. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So this will be repetition again if I write 3 here. So now 1, 2, 3 and 6 are factors of 6 now. So what is the thing now we are going to discuss is something extra than factors. So here a number that has got only one factor, number that has got only one factor. Here we have the same situation, number which has got only one factor. So this number in maths is called as unique number. Number that has got only one factor. And another number, or we can say numbers that have got only two factors. Numbers here which have got only two factors. In that case 2 is the number. Here 1 is the factor of 2 and 2 itself is number or factor of 2. So we can say that number that has got only two factors, that is 1 and the number itself. So whenever this situation arises, the number that has got only two factors, 1 and the number itself, that number is said to be as prime number. So that number which has got only two factors, 1 and the number itself. So in that case here this 2 is a prime number. This 3 is a prime number because both the numbers have got only two factors, 1 and the number itself. But here which was our first number, that is unique number, because it has got only 1 as a factor. As you can see here, 1 is a factor of 1 and the number itself is as well as 1. So only here the factor is 1. So this number is called as unique number, and the number which has got two factors, 1 and the number itself, that is called as prime number. So we have 2 and 3 prime numbers here in these numbers which I have given an example. So after that, numbers that have got more than two numbers as factors are said to be as composite numbers. So those numbers who have got more than two factors, here in that case we have got number 4 here which has got more than two factors. It can be 3 factors, it can be 4 factors, or it can be many more factors. But here their factors should be more than 2. So here the factors of 4 are 1, 2, 4. That means 3 factors, 1, 2 and the number itself. First 1 and then number itself, and also we have got 2 here. So these are more than 2 factors. Whenever a number has got more than 2 factors, that number is said to be composite number. So here 4 is a composite number because it has got more than 2 factors. So here 6 as well. 6 has got 1 and the number itself, including 2 and 3. So it has got more than 2 factors. So number having more than 2 factors is called as composite number. So this was all about factors, and now what I am going to do, I am going to give you some briefs regarding factors. So in the brief we can say that every number is a factor of itself. Every number is a factor of itself. 1 is a factor